Welcome to the NLP UK Training podcast. I'm Callie Fraser.
And I'm Steve Kane.
And today we want to talk to you about how you can communicate more effectively to people just by understanding a little bit more about how they like to be communicated with.
So we've got 5 senses, right? We've got seeing, visual. We've got hearing, auditory. We've got smelling, which is gustatory. Is it gustatory?
That's taste.
That's taste.
Olfactory is smelling.
Olfactory, that's how I remember that one. Olfactory, smelling. And then we've got kinesthetic. We've got touching, feeling. So do you think it's probable that some people use some senses more than others?
Absolutely.
So I'm kind of more visual, but also there's another one we haven't mentioned, and that is some people are very what's called digital, auditory-digital, and they like data. They like to make sense of things. They like spreadsheets. They like specifications. They probably like a discount as well. So for me, I'm very visual, but I also have quite a bit of the auditory-digital. So if you were presenting something to me, I'd want to see a picture. I'd want to see a visual. I want to know what it looks like. But also, I want the data behind it. So if I'm looking at, say, a new phone, I don't want the brand new iPhone because I don't like the connection. It's not practical for me. So that's the auditory-digital. I want to spend a certain amount of money each month. I don't want to spend too much money. That's auditory-digital. But I love the look of them all. They all like, that looks really nice. So if you were talking to me and you wanted to put something across to me, you would say something like, take a look at this, Steve. See if it makes sense. That's the AD. And we can get together and talk about it.
So that see.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Yeah.
See what you think.
Yeah.
So look and see, they're the visual words that unconsciously you'll connect with.
Yeah.
Because you're more visual.
Yeah. So if you use those back to me, then the message is more likely to get through to me.
So it's almost like I'm talking your language.
Exactly. You're respecting my model of the world by talking back. Now we can add in eye movements. Not that we could show them here because it's not as practical. But when people who are more visual tend to look up a lot to their left or their right. It doesn't really matter for now which way. And I was in a meeting with somebody and she kept looking up, a potential customer. She kept looking up. And they bought some training DVDs while she was on maternity leave. And I saw her looking up all the time. And I said, are you free on Thursday afternoon? And she said, yeah. And I said, shall I come in and we'll have a look through those videos and see what we think? And she nodded her head and said, yes, that's a really good idea.
So it's just connecting with someone the way that they like to be connected with.
Yeah.
But that will be quite unconscious. So we might not necessarily be aware that we're very visual.
No. Now, if you've got people who are visual, you've also got people who are auditory. You've got people who are feelings, kinesthetic. That's both tactile and the way they feel, and the AD. Those are the main 4. You could have someone who's predominantly kinesthetic. In other words, they're very tactile. They'll talk about how they feel. So you might say, why did you take that job? And they'll say, just felt right. Why did you recruit that person? Well, I just got a good feeling about it. So we had a salesperson at a company called Rico, and we did this with them. And he said, I've realized I'm really kinesthetic and I'm missing out on a big chunk of my potential customers because what I'm doing, kinesthetics like to have a go.
Yeah, we do.
They like to have a play. So he'd demonstrate the new photocopier to the person who was wanting to change photocopiers. And he demonstrates it, let them have a go, blah, blah, blah. But what he said is, I'm missing out on all those people who are, how good does the copying look, the visuals, but also, and maybe printing some nice colours off for them, some nice pictures.
Oh, so they can see how
so
good
they
the
can
colour
see
is.
it, yeah. But also, a lot of buyers are interested in the AD digital stuff. So they want to know the price, how many can it print off, can I wire it up to, or have it connected to lots of other computers in the office. And that's what they want. They want that, and how much, what are the monthly payments, and how long is the contract, etc., etc. So he said, I'm missing out on all that. How much I could have improved my sales by. So there's two examples there in sales, but also in everyday life. You can be talking with somebody. So I know with Carl, who does this for us on our websites. Carl is very visual. He's also very AD. So if we say, can you take a look at the website you're designing for us, and see what you think, make sure that everything's okay, check it all works functionally, and then you can feel good about it.
Absolutely. So again, it's about using what they prefer,
Yeah.
so that when they are listening to your words, it feels like it resonates more.
Yeah. Even like a website, like our websites are all nice colors. There'll be some photographs on. There'll be just the right amount of content, but you can click on it and get more content comes out. So that fits the ADs. And we've also got lots of what people have said, auditory, from previous delegates who do little videos and talk about what they've gained from it. So it's really important, if you're communicating any message, to have enough visual, enough auditory, enough kinesthetic, and enough auditory digital.
And then people can choose which one will connect with them. So if they want to watch a video about something, they can click on the video. If they want more detailed information, they can click onto it and actually get the drop down with lots more information.
Now, most people are a mixture of all four, with one or two maybe stronger ones. So you're very kinesthetic, but you're also very high on the auditory digital. So if you were buying something, you'd want to make it like get a good feel for it, but it'd have to meet all your criteria.
Oh, it'd have to be functional, yes.
Yeah, have to be functional. So you bought a new kitchen when
I did.
You redid your house. So how did you decide, what was the criteria for that?
So for me, it was all about came down to the functionality first and foremost, because it had to work. The space had to work, had to have enough cupboard space. It needed to have enough storage. It needed to have the right kind of storage for everything, all of my kitchen gadgets. So all of these things were really important to me. My partner, Matt, he's very visual. I didn't care what it looked like, to for the most part.
Did you care about the feel of the tops?
Oh, yes, definitely. So I literally went around all the kitchen showrooms and I ran my hand over the worktops. I ran my hands up and down the doors. I don't like the feel of handles, so it all had to be handleless. But again, it's criteria. It's all touch and feel. Matt, very visual. He picked the color. He picked the style, as long as it met my criteria.
It's interesting, isn't it? So just by picking up from them. So how do you pick up from them? Well, listen to the words they use. So if you listen to the words I use, I'll use words like look, see. Then for AD, it'll be things like makes sense, meets my criteria, I got a discount, got a good deal. Whereas with you, it'll be, it felt right. Or, the tactile, it was good. The fabric was really soft. It felt comfortable.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
was easy to move around in would-be AD,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
So for me, I hate internet shopping, especially for something like clothes,
Yeah,
because I can't feel them, I can't touch them. And the amount of times that I bought something online, I put my hand into the package, and as soon as I've touched it, my hands come out, it's got
they
folded
have to
back
send it
up,
back.
straight sent back, because I just don't like the feel of it. So that tactile touch for me is really important.
So we haven't said much about the auditories, but they like to hear what you're saying. They like to hear what other people have said. They like to, so they'll say to us, have you got any reviews about what other people are saying? And we'll say, yeah, we've got some on the website, or we can show you what other people have said. This is what our customers are saying. So that's the auditory.
And they'll want to chat things through, won't they? They
Yeah.
want to have a conversation about it.
Yeah. And they'll use words like, I'm in tune with what you're saying. That's ringing a bell.
Yeah, it's all about, yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
So if you want to learn more about this, you can tap into our website, and you can, there's a like what is NLP section, and you can read up on it, the visual, auditory, kinesthetic, or you can buy my book, which goes into lots of detail about eye movements and the words people use. I think we might have one to hand. Oh, yes, we have. There you go.
So the book is available on our website, and it's also available on Amazon. So if you want to download a copy, it's a great way to kind of dip your toe into NLP, and get a good feel for what it's all about. So listen to my language. It's a good way to dip your toe in. That's very kinesthetic. You'll get a great feel for NLP.
So that's all for us today. So it's goodbye from me, Steve Kate.
And it's goodbye from me, Callie Fraser.
See you next time.